Hey YouTube, so I was requested to do a video on circumcision, and I could just kind of give you my experience and some of the information that I had picked up concerning Jay's circumcision. So I did decide to get, you guys excuse my talking because I'm trying to bounce him, but I decided to get Jay circumcised. One, because his father is, so he could teach him all about hygiene, because a woman could teach a boy or a male hygiene, but it's better coming from another male because he has, lived through that. So he's better equipped at telling, he'll be better equipped at telling Jay something than I will. So I decided to get him circumcised. I did do research on it, and being on the Baby Bump app, a lot of women were against getting their child circumcised, and a lot of women gave feedback on people they knew who weren't circumcised. It was a few people whose husband wasn't circumcised, and she said that he suffered from blisters from sex, with the skin rubbing back and forth, from the friction, and also it could lead to some serious hygiene problems if you don't clean yourself properly. And they wish that their mom had got them circumcised, like they had got circumcised as a child. And some moms also wanted their child to make that choice to decide if they wanted to be circumcised or not. And the problem with that is, the older you are, the more painful it would be. And a few women whose significant others or family members who waited till they were adults to get circumcised talked about how painful it was, and how such of a bad or traumatic experience it was. So I didn't see anything wrong with getting Jay circumcised. You can have the same health problems being circumcised and uncircumcised. It's all about how you take care of yourself. And so I just made the decision to get him circumcised. And he had the plastic bell. That's what his pediatrician, and that's what the doctor did. So the plastic bell is when you wear this plastic cap that's on the head of his penis, and that is what protects it from the diaper. And once it heals, it falls off by itself. So he gave Jay he said that most of the time it falls off between 3 to 7 days, and I want to say it fell off more closer to the 7-day mark, if not a day or two after the 7 days. It fell off in his diaper, and once it fell off, he was fully healed. You could go and clean him and bathe him as you would. I didn't have to worry about putting Vaseline on it. So if your child doesn't get the plastic bell procedure, then you would have to put Vaseline on the head of the penis to keep it from sticking to the diaper, because when you have to pull that off, if it sticks, that is really painful. And it's bad enough they already went through the pain to get this circumcision. From the research that I have done, they don't get any anesthesia or anything, no numbing. I don't know if that has changed. Like I said, the research I have done, that's what I have found. And after before Jay went to get his, I was really, really sad. I almost started crying when they took him, because I knew it was going to be painful for him, and I didn't want my child to go through that. But I knew it was going to be a very quick procedure. Most circumcisions take under 10 minutes and some under 5. So I just trusted that my doctor knew what he was doing, and he did reassure me that everything would go well. And there's usually no complications, but there can be some, but it's really rare to have a complication from getting a circumcision. So he made me feel a little better, but I still was sad because my baby was going to have to go through that. He's sleeping. But when Jay came back, they brought him back from the nursery. He was swaddled and he was asleep. And Jay slept a very long time after the circumcision, and they said that is normal. I want to say he slept for maybe 4 to 5 hours, and I did have to wake him to feed. But even when I woke him to feed, he was still asleep. So that's that. And I will put a few links down to where you could read some information on circumcision, but I do say Don't listen to anyone else. Make the decision yourself. I mean, you can listen to other people's experiences like I did and kind of make your own opinion. Okay, so before my memory card had to be removed, I think I was saying that most people are circumcised, so I kind of wanted him to have that, so whenever he gets in a relationship or anything and the girl isn't freaked out, because that's something she's not used to seeing. But like I said, I wanted my child to be circumcised for health reasons, and I really didn't see the big difference between being circumcised and not being circumcised, and most people base their opinion on the pain part. But in my book that I got from Publix, and I will talk more about this book and other things in another video, book, and it has a section on circumcision. If you go reason that your newborn gets circumcised after the newborn stage, like if you have to put it off for a couple of weeks or months, then the same follow-up care is the same, but for that they will use a general anesthesia. It requires a more formal surgical procedure to control the bleeding and suturing of the skin edges. So I would prefer, if you had to get this done, to get it done while you're still in the hospital before they discharge you, like right after the baby is born. Not saying they're gonna do it right after you come out, you know, but usually that next day, like Jay got his the next day. So my doctor gave me instructions, and like I said, Jay had a Plastibell, which is a hard plastic cap on the head of his penis. So that took care of everything that I needed to do besides the normal wipe down. Doctor gives you a set of instructions. Please, please, please follow those instructions first. And after a few days, you maybe could deviate from what your doctor says if you so choose to. But please follow the instructions that your doctor or your pediatrician gives you. So I hope that this video did help you some. Congratulations on having a child. And I hope your labor and delivery goes well. So I hope that I kind of helped you out. And thanks for requesting this video. I wish my husband could have, you know, spoke a little bit, but he's at work. But anywho, thanks for watching, you guys. And if you